The Ballad of Titus Andronicus, or the Lamentable and Tragical History of Titus Andronicus, with the fall of his sons in the war with the Goths, with the manner of ravishment of his daughter Lavinia by the empress's two sons, through the means of a bloody Moor, taken by the sword of Titus in the war, with his revenge upon their cruel and inhumane act. You noble minds and famous martial wights, that in defense of native country fights, give ear to me, that 10 years fought for Rome, yet reaped disgrace at my returning home. In Rome I lived in fame full 80 years. My name beloved was of all my peers. Full 25 valiant sons I had, whose forward virtues made their father glad. For when Rome's foes their warlike forces bent, against them still my sons and I were sent. Against the Goths full 10 years weary war we spent, receiving many a bloody scar. Just 22 of my sons were slain, before I did return to Rome again. Of 25 sons, I brought but 3 alive, the safety towers of Rome to see. When wars were done, I conquest home did bring, and did present my prisoners to the king, the queen of Goths, her sons, and eke a Moor, who did such murders like were none before. The emperor did not make this queen his wife, which bred in Rome debate and deadly strife. The Moor, with her 2 sons, did grow so proud, that none like them in Rome might be allowed. The more so pleased his new empress, that she consented him secretly for him to abuse her husband's marriage bed, and so in time a Moor she bred. Then she, whose thoughts to murder was inclined, consented with the Moor of bloody mind, against myself, my kin, and all my friends, in cruel sort to bring them to their ends. So when in age I thought to live in peace, both care and grief began to increase. Among my sons I had one daughter bright, which joyed and pleased best my aged sight. My Lavinia was betrothed then to Caesar's son, a young and noble man, who in hunting by emperor's wife, and her 2 sons bereaved was of life. He, being slain, was cast in cruel wise into a darksome den from light of skies. Cruel Moor did come that way as then, with my 3 sons, who fell into the den. The Moor then fight the emperor with speed, for to accuse them of that murderous deed. And when my sons within the den was found, in wrongful prison were they cast and bound. And now behold, what wounded most my mind, the empress's 2 sons of tiger kind, my daughters ravished without remorse, and took away her honor quite perforce. When they had tasted of so sweet a flower, fearing this sweet should turn to be a sour, cut out her tongue, whereby she could not tell how that dishonor unto her befell. Then both her hands were basely cut off quite, whereby their wickedness she could not write, nor with her needle on her sampler sow, the bloody workers of her dismal woe. My brother Marcus found her in a wood, staining the grassy ground with purple blood, that trickled from her stumps and handless arms. No tongue all she had to tell her harms. But when I saw her in that woeful case, with tears of blood I wet my aged face. For my Lavinia I lamented more than my 22 sons before, when as I saw she could not write nor speak. With grief my aged heart began to break. We spread a heap of sand around the ground, whereby the bloody tyrants aught we found. For with a staff, without the help of hand, she writ these words upon a plate of sand: The lustful sons of proud empress are doers of this hateful wickedness. I tore the white hairs from my head. I cursed the hour wherein I first was bred. I wished the hand that fought for country's fame, in cradle rock, had first been stricken lame. The Moor delighting still in villainy, did say to set my sons from prison free. I should unto the king my right hand give, and then my 3 imprisoned sons should live. The more I caused to strike it off with speed, whereat I grieved not to see it bleed, but for my sons would willingly impart, and for their ransom lend my bleeding heart. But as my life did linger thus in pain, they sent to me my bootless hand again, and therewithal the heads of my 3 sons, which filled my dying heart with fresher groans. Then, past relief, I up and down did go, and with my tears writ in the dust my woe, I shot my arrows towards heaven high, and for revenge to hell did often cry. The Empress, thinking then that I was mad, like furies she had, and both her sons were glad. She named revenge, and rape and murder they, to undermine and hear what I would say, and fed their foolish veins a little space, until my friends did find a secret place, where both her sons unto a post were bound, where just reward and cruel sort was found, cut their throats. Daughter held the pan betwixt her stumps, wherein the blood it ran, and then I ground their bones to powder small, and made a paste for pies, straight therewithal. Then with their flesh I made 2 mighty pies, and at a banquet served in stately wise. Before the Empress sat this loathsome meat, so of her son's own flesh she well did eat. Myself bereaved my daughter then of life. The Empress then I slew with bloody knife, and stabbed the Emperor immediately, and then myself. Even so did Titus die. Then this revenge against the Moor was found. Alive they set him half into the ground, whereas he stood until the time he starved. And so God send all murderers may be served.